Yes, now welcome back. If you just join us, now the Good Morning Naija show, and you don't miss. They always like to talk and say, "Toy." If you just join us, you don't already missed up to this segment. You don't miss super headline review. You don't miss interview we do on top stress matter. But we want to discuss another very important matter when we talk say it reached to stress. Come out the hair when the person head come out, and an issue of flight delay for Nigeria. We not say with waiting they happen now for ground. If you not be tall or you not be Superman, to travel by road, now by the grace of God, meaning to say now the up, now in the open now for person to go. As that one day, delay can day inside that matter. Even before things red for country, delay the aviation sector. People they want to say waiting happen. Now say pilot they wake up late. I be say they never wash plane. I be then they service the engine. As I don't say flights won't start 7 o'clock. Now go begin the service the engine. Waiting they cost them. We get one Ogbonge Oga for inside studio here with us today. Oga Oludayo Taiwo Gideon. Yes, 9 days inside studio with us. And he be director of Studies, Airport College of Aviation, and he be Publicity Secretary, National Association of Nigerian Travel Agencies. That's to let you know, say, in day inside the cocoa of the matter. Oh, yes. Waiting on the suffer himself, they suffer because in work. Ogami, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so I beg, make we discuss this our matter. I don't go one blame am on say right now, if like say people won't like to travel now, don't plenty by air because of insecurity. Even when things dey on ground, it's not easy. What's in they cause the delay? The pilot not a quick way. Can I ask that question again?
All right. I'll be responding to your question from two perspectives.
All right.
Basically, first from the aspect of a passenger, because it affects me too. We say I fly by air. And most importantly, I would respond from the angle of a travel professional. Okay. Because now we see what they do. So we see now two sides of a coin. Okay. So we get the place where face passenger, you get the place where face the operator himself. Okay. Right. So waiting they cause flight delay and cancellation, basically. The planes, the Tory planes, not be one thing. All right. But I will categorize them into about 4 or 5. The first natural thing. Okay. We will say it pass human capacity. No way if you control them, it go up on shining. So now one of the two now down our thing we concern weather. We will say when weather no clear, the travel or the air transport industry no be the kind of road we will say if something happen to motor or road no clear or you go turn on full light or do one thing, driver fit park for road. Air transport no be the same way. So if it be weather no good, so that one a natural or bird strike. Although that one also they happen like that though, but at the same time, now something we be say, we just have to understand, say, if it pass the capacity of the airline itself. And another one be technical matters. Okay. Like I talked earlier, the aircraft, it gas the good condition. Because if you know the good condition, you don't just check has to be done by the regulatory bodies. Last Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. So the gas check every part of the aircraft. Nobody say you go there airworthy. So and when they airworthy and every part they work fine, they go check all the documents, check all the passengers, check say dangerous goods no day, and that kind of thing if it cause delay. So when technical matter like that, if anything they will get chickeny problem like that, the passengers have to be delayed. The flight has to be delayed, and in the course of that, it will affect other routes. Another thing now air traffic control. People we did there, the same way we get road safety, we get last man, the other road control officers on top road. Now so we get them for air as well. And if you go see, there are some times we say aircraft go day up, you just see them stand still or they try to rotate just to while away time. Maybe you get one aircraft we don't delay already. And because that one don't delay, and at the same runway, all of them go past. So, and because they're the same runway, one has to wait for the other. And whereas passengers don't check in, we say they won't travel. So in the case of things like that, it will cause delay. And some now service matter, we say they need to fuel the, and once they don't do for one side, it will affect other processes. It's not a procedure. You get that different sector or departments waiting for airports. So cargo go do their own, aviation and the company go do their own, check-in counters go do their own, and many other protocols like that. So now the things really cause those delay with that.
I don't hear you. Like when person give person a question for exam, say make you answer your own. You don't answer your own. Yes, so go find the answer. Make I now follow you on top this matter. You get everything you raise. You said the issue of waiting, like to service the. I understand. I don't always say that on a natural course, you know, if you do anything.
Yeah.
If weather not clear, you know, if you go.
So.
If only you want to go collect key, enter. Do you understand? But the one of say issue of servicing, we not say even for here, if I want to do long distance travel with my car, if a person go drive me, I understand. Say driver when Sabi in work, he go come a day before that trip or 2 days before the trip to check, no say, because not already tell and say, oh, Ghana 7 o'clock now we they come out to. If my driver can't decide to show up around that kind 7 o'clock, now I won't come begin to check things. I go no say this one. I'm like saying, yes, Scott person con this life, you're not too serious about in work. You understand? I go expect, say, even if that morning of travel, now you won't come check the car. It's supposed to show maybe that kind 2 hours before time to ensure, so I don't tell you, say 7 o'clock. 9 we go leave here so that we go get where we they reach around 9. We are not say if we leave here at 7:15, you get traffic when go hold us for somewhere. So why that one not possible? I mean, you don't already book and like you don't talk and scheduling day, then they schedule flight for the next day a day before.
Even not even at times
days,
possible days.
A week set before.
So
which kind of servicing won't come begin they happen? You know, few minutes to because this thing when they don't be like maybe just once in a month they happen.
You
get some website they have
kind of regular.
Back to back. I don't want to mention one particular airline and their work with that.
I did tell you.
Hey,
make a day frank with you. It is very devastating and annoying because I don't see time where we say I book flights scheduled for I get appointment for Abuja. Just about 2-3 weeks ago, I get events for Abuja. And the event is 1 o'clock. I don't plan myself. So, okay, I come out where I did for 11 o'clock.
Yes.
To say, okay, I'll go dish up there latest by 12:30. And I will meet my event. You know, go believe, say, now the next day I travel.
It's all right.
So, now, what I know, say, they pain us as passengers. At times, myself, I even almost curse because they are annoying.
Yes, now.
But the thing with it, they say, you know, just like I said earlier, if you be one chicken eating, you know, it's always better to be safe than to take risk. You know, aviation industry, they're very, very safe. That happens to be the safest way of transportation. Yes. But at the same time, it is very risky because the critical measures have to be put in place before we can go on air. And the unfortunate thing, make I not lie, you say, some airlines, they get waiting I will call them. If not conventions, I will call them. I've been waiting because they get plenty routes beyond the aircraft with the on ground.
Move.
So because they have plenty routes and they want the one certified, they go affect one.
So what's the regulator they do on top of this matter? I understand what you mean, say it's better to just safe than sorry. But again, not be us be the first country we say we they fly. You don't already know where you they go. So secure the thing where we say you want secure before you move. I beg for airlines when we say then they carry past their power. Which person work there to regulate and tell them say, oh God, you don't pass, be careful. Because they say even airline they even do overbooking.
Yeah.
When I get maybe about maybe say 50 seats. 50 seats don't full.
60, 70.
Person go come reach there say my ticket. You can't want to say like aircraft don't full. Say full onto waiting. I not come late. Waiting happen. So who's supposed to check these things?
The person will check now the Ogonge body who they call Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. That's NCA. And it did their rules. Make I be honest with you. It's part of the thing where the rule allows.
So enforcing and not be the problem.
Yes. No, they even enforce them.
So why the thing still they continue?
An airline day where they just banned a couple of weeks ago now.
Okay, it take before they do that one.
No, it not take.
You get one be say don't they do that thing since it not be say can't take over. Now their work. It don't be like if say for their company constitution say flights must be delayed.
Exactly. I understand how you feel. But the fact we say the regulatory body, which be NCAA, they do their own part to ensure, say, all of these things where they call the rules. In their constitution, they call it Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulation.
Yes.
It gets section, it gets the rules where we say they don't lay down. So in the case of overbooking, customers, they must be compensated. There are rules that guides them. So if you overbook beyond a particular number, they will be fined. They will be penalized. So now the work where SCA they do with
what of compensation for delay? Because get one airline, after they don't delay us for that kind of 5 hours, then they come begin shares, give us cake. What's be cake for appointments when we say I don't meet? At the time my co-anchor they say I don't do flights. Person sit down. The first way the man talk we say I've just missed my flight to London. Wow. You know how that kind of matter be? Because when they fly, they come from Port Harcourt to come Lagos. Person and the own arrangements be that. Then do like 5-hour delay before we reach Lagos. The guys stay in the look and no say they don't already close door for where in they go. Oh yeah, Oga, how won't address that compensation?
And the compensation they in different form.
Okay.
If you go to Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulation, Section 19 of NCA rule, subsection 8, it get different level of compensation.
Okay.
And compensation no go just come. It go get waiting cause that delay before they go allow one kind of compensation. For example, now, if not technical matter, we say it pass the power or the air traffic control matter, or probably are they very practical with you?
Yes.
Or and maybe one genuine reason of natural disaster like that, or anything we cause and we be saying now beyond control of the airline. Compensation where the airline will give you, if they rule, we say make the help you change your flight.
Yes.
But if you say now the time where we say the airline carry past their capacity,
yes,
or probably they just cancel or they cancel the flight because of one unengineering reason or the other.
Yes.
For that reason, the airline you feel go to the NCAA.
Yes.
Report or lay a complaint. It gets section to their website where we say go lay complaints and they go give you your money back and they go compensate you. But in the case whereby you know they
should not just the money for the flight and they go give back or they give money for loss. How about suing them?
And it depends on you when you know you're right. Depends on, like I said earlier, it depends on the level of the delay or the cause of the delay. If now something we say no be natural or no be technical or no be traffic control or any other genuine reason for cancellation, then we can pursue further by going to the court, or rather request for damages from the airline.
Yes, I think people say go court. Say if you go court, get people saying they win the case, or people they too tired to go court. Make we make this in a very solution-driven conversation. Waiting for person to say you be player for this particular industry. Where you feel say the solution lie, how do we begin to address this for the best? Because we don't feel they tolerate this thing, because we don't tolerate them for so long. So what do you feel say, what you think is a solution day? Okay,
one of the things we I go advise we say, first and foremost, unfortunately, Nigeria, we know they too like what they call insurance. Travel insurance is very important, and as a matter of fact, passengers they advised, even as a travel agent, when you advise passenger, make them go buy travel insurance. They will tell you say why they buy travel insurance. But as a matter of fact, travel insurance is very important. If you buy travel insurance for your flight and probably your baggage was delayed or was damaged or you get flight cancellation or flight delay, then the travel insurance go pursue the NCAA. Now the NCAA go come pursue airline, they go give you back your rights. So
when will they tick that box of insurance? Make they do it?
Accept time. Okay. It's very important. And another one will be say, make we bear in mind, say the schedule where airline make, their own is just to propose and plan and schedule those flights. But sometimes when we say the thing pass their power, they don't feel do anything concerning them. So you're sure you understand? Okay,
I feel say for everything we say you don't talk. I feel say the only excuse when people fly na act of nature.
Yeah.
That one fit fly.
And technical too.
That technical when just happened that time.
Yes, because they go don't check their aircraft. If the aircraft not get, if not they airworthy, NCA no go even allow make it fly into Nigeria.
So exactly. So because your air flight don't they airworthy, now you make you put flight this thing. Say people will come buy ticket, not be so.
Exactly.
Oga beg, no vex. I don't sit down where we say then delay. I want the very practical. I'm meeting man on the streets won't ask you with that. I don't know we say then delay flights for about say 7-8 hours. Not vex so. If you check, say your flights get wahala, right? You not feel say the time frame to alert the passengers. You understand? Say see waiting day. It not supposed to exceed 1 or 2 hours now.
That's correct.
At the talk, because I know say get some technical job. We say you go no say matter don't read. Waiting come be to keep people for about 8-9 hours. Is that not just unprofessional?
Yes, I agree with you. According to the rule, we do for aviation industry, if an international flight, the airline has to inform you 7 hours prior to that flight. But even a local flight, they have to inform you 24 hours prior to that flight in case they are cancelling. But if now say they know they cancel now just to delay, they no go announce until 30 minutes to the flight because passenger go don't check in. At that time, they will tell you, okay, well, this flight will be delayed for another 30 minutes or probably due to one reason or the other, technical matters, operational issues and all of that. They will tell you why the flights did delay. So now 30 minutes to the flight, now for local flights and international 7 hours. Interesting.
I be say, of course, when you don't pass that 30 minutes, no one say they go not tell you say your flight don't delay after 5 hours. Face cut. Oga Oludayo Taiwo Gideon, thank you so much for your time on the show this morning. I don't hear the power day on our hand. If you feel say then delay you unnecessarily, you know where to face. Either you face emergency civil aviation, Abi, yes, or you enter court. Tell them say, Oga, they hold me van. I don't already miss my contract. Millions await you, I pray.